The C-Stand can be the most overwhelming piece of equipment on any film set or photography studio. I'm here to break it down for you, to show you the type of C-Stands there are out there and help you in choosing the right C-Stand to fit your shooting needs.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Now we have several C-Stands here. All are a little bit different, all from different companies. Going from my least favorite back here, this is the most generic C-Stand on the market. You can find this on B&H Photo or Amazon. They run about $100. Least favorite C-Stands, the grip heads up here are not that good. The stand itself is okay. It's the most basic. It's a little bit tall for what I like. Good for small studios or content creators who may need a light stand slash C-Stand. Take this off. Now you got a light stand, has very small space in the footing. That's what makes this good for a light stand. Not so great for an actual C-Stand if you're cutting light using flags and diffusion. It is a turtle-based stand. I have other turtle-based stands that are a little bit better quality than this, but this is a basic turtle-based stand. Turtle-based means that the top pulls right out of the bottom, and it allows you to have a smaller base stand if you wanted to, with a few extra accessories like a butt plug.
50,000 volts up the butt.
An industry name, but actually is a baby to junior adapter, allowing you to use baby lights or junior lights off this lower stand if you need. One of my biggest complaints with stands like this one is when you have to set a flag. And if you are in the United States using standard sizes, that's going to be 5/8 holes or 3/8 holes, and your flags or diffusion come in 3/8 or 5/8 pin, this stand here is going to actually end up pissing you off when you're trying to find a hole to put your flag in. That's why I generally don't like these stands.
We want our money back, asswipe.
Because they are not industry standard. Now, if you're buying things that are manufactured outside of the US, then maybe you are using flag sets and diffusion sets that are not manufactured in the United States. So maybe you find a size for you, but that's not a 3/8 hole, doesn't hold the flag at all, and it's too complicated to actually get the head to spin like a normal fucking stand. So this is my first, like, fuck this shit, never buy. I know it's cheap, but never buy.
Let's go break something.
Yeah. Do yourself a favor and save some time and energy, and do not buy those cheap $100 stands from Amazon and B&H Photo. Absolute garbage, and they're a complete nightmare. That's my first recommendation in my buyer's guide to C-Stands. So C-Stands come in two different sizes. It's going to be a 20-inch and a 40-inch. Just to clarify, what is the 40-inch? This is much taller than 40 inches, correct? So what does 40-inch means? That means it's the size of the arm. It's a 40-inch arm and a 20-inch, much smaller arm. That's why they call them 40 inches and 20 inches. So if you're out there buying one and it says 40-inch C-Stand, that's not the maximum height of the C-Stand, it's the measurement of the arm. The 40-inch is the taller one, and the 20-inch is the shorter one. The 20-inch C-Stand is much smaller, and if you need to set something low, a low light towards the ground, a low flag, anything like that, the 20-inch C-Stand is going to be your go-to. But if you're a small content creator, you're probably not going to use a 20-inch. You're probably going to go with the full 40-inch C-Stand. Another thing about certain C-Stands are they may be quick open or turtle base like we see in the last one. This is a quick open or sliding Rocky Mountain leg. That means it quickly opens and then locks down, and then your C-Stand's ready to go. The sliding Rocky Mountain leg on these stands allows you to just do that. Slide the leg up and down. And if you're in uneven territory, It allows you to level your C-stand up in any situation, most commonly going to be used on something like stairs. So this one is also manufactured outside of the United States, which means the hole sizes are not going to be exactly standard size. Again, they'll be close and you'll be able to get a flag in there, but it's not exactly perfect because it's measured more in metric than it is standard. The 5/8 hole is standard size, so it allows you to put any 5/8 arm or any 5/8 pin through there that you want. Mostly the fusion frames are going to be 5/8, but your flag set, you're going to have to go with a little bit smaller hole, and it locks down perfectly, and you're able to adjust the flag so smoothly and so perfectly in any direction that you like, versus the last C-stand that we took a look at, which was complete garbage within the head. It also tightens down very securely, so your flag does not dip on you or move. That's what's most important about C-stands, is that the head holds tight in windy conditions or in the studio, and your flag doesn't start dipping down on you. Both of these C-stands are from the same manufacturer. They also have a patented gobo head or grip head. This patented head allows you to place your flag in any position. So if you know anything about C-stands, you know you always rig to the right, righty-tighty, always with the right hand tightened down. All the weight's going to go down this way. That's the way you want your flag to go. With this particular C-stand, it doesn't really matter. This is what makes this C-stand great, especially for people who are new to C-stands or work in photography studios, and not so much on the super high-end professional job sites. It doesn't matter if it's righty-tighty. It doesn't go anywhere, and you can be what we call lefty-loosey in the opposite direction. This is rigged wrong in a professional setting, but also does not dip or slack on you. It's still going to hold tight no matter which way. So if you're not quite in that pro world of understanding which way to set your C-stand head, this one from a company called Deercool is probably the best C-stand out there for you and as an amateur. Their C-stands come in multiple different types too. They have turtle base, they have the quick opens like this one here, and the quick open turtle base. And then they have also spring loaded. One of the better choices out there, especially if you are in standard sizes, that's US and probably Canada uses a lot of standard size. The next best, still at a budget, is going to be from Kupo Grip. Kupo Grip makes some outstanding C-stands. They're a bit heavy though from time to time, especially this one, but they're as solid as they come. Again, this is a 40-inch C-stand. That means the arm is 40 inches. And this C-stand particular is a little bit special. It is a turtle-based stand, but is a quick locking system. So you pull this little piece up here and the legs will lock into place and not move. And then you pull it out, legs lock into place, and you release the latch, and now everything's locked down. And then it is a turtle base. So turtle base, again, means the top of the stand comes out at the bottom of the stand with a junior pin and junior receiver. And then again, you can go back to your butt plug.
Could I have your attention, please?
And adapt to junior to baby if you want to. Now the gobo head or 2.5-inch grip head are as close to size as you can get from your competitors in the United States. That would be Matthews or American Grip. 3/8 flag locks in perfectly. It has a spring-loaded action on the gobo head, making it a perfect situation where your flag will not dip. This is a professional grade C-stand, which means you have to know the righty-tighty situation. If you rig it to the wrong side, it will dip on you. That's how Matthews and American Grip and Kupo Grip's gobo heads all work. They all work in the righty-tighty fashion. These stands are just a little bit cheaper than a Matthews C-stand, all the Kupo Grips. you're probably going to save about $25, $30 depending on time of year and day. To each their own. You make your decision. You only going to buy a couple of them. You want to save a little bit of money. This is a excellent go-to C-stand. And my next stand is what we call a spring-loaded base, still with the sliding Rocky Mountain legs. You got the sliding leg to put it in different situations, like again on stairs or different environments on the side of a mountain. What makes this a little bit different is its spring-loaded legs. They're spring-loaded open and close. Little bit more difficult than using the sliding quick release legs. Got the same gobo head, 2.5-inch grip head. Gobo heads operate just like the other one. They are multi-size holes. Again, it's both metric and standard sizes. So you got your 5/8 and your 3/8 holes, and then metric if you're outside of the US and Canada. And then the last C-stand I'm going to talk about, also from Kupo Grip, is their sliding quick release opening and closing legs. You just simply loosen the knuckle, spin it out, and then it is completely open. And it also, again, has the sliding Rocky Mountain leg and the same gobo heads, 2.5. Everything is exactly manufactured the exact same. Standard professional C-stands from Kupo. And again, this one's going to be the much more expensive stand out there because of the quick release legs. Now, I hope that was informative to you about the different types of C-stands out there and a good buyer's guide on what C-stands to actually buy that's going to save you time and money and not make your head explode. Let me know down in the comments if you've used any of these C-stands that I've talked about today and what you think about these C-stands. And as always, go out there and keep shooting, and we'll see you in the next video.